Hey guitar enthusiasts, Lauren Bateman here. In this lesson, we're going to learn 4 ways for you to play my stuck like glue chords, which are easier ways to get into the C, G, E minor, and D chords. So let's check it out. As a little fun side note, there actually was a song called Stuck Like Glue written by Sugarland that uses the chords we're going to go over right now. These 4 chords, they're different variations on a G chord, a C chord, an E minor chord, and a D chord, and they're used very commonly, particularly in singer-songwriter type music, and they have a very bright sound to them. So this would be a G chord, and this would be the other G chord, much brighter, versus a C chord, and my Stuck Like Glue C chord, which is actually technically called a C add 9 chord. But don't worry about the music theory side of it. We're here to just learn how to play it. So let me go through each chord one by one. Now the basis for this entire lesson is that we're going to be using the 3rd finger and the 4th finger, and they're going to be stuck, like super glued, to the bottom 2 strings on the 3rd and 4th, the bottom 2 strings on the 3rd fret. So they're both in the 3rd fret, piled right on top of each other on the B string and the E string. And if you keep those 2 fingers here, all we have to do to learn these chords is worry about what the other 2 fingers are doing. You never have to move them. So let's talk about how to get into our G chord. And if you know how to make a G chord, you just plop it right down. Really nothing different. We're using the same fingers. The 1st finger is going to end up on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and the 2nd finger is going to end up on the top string 3rd fret, and it sounds like this. So we have our 2 fingers glued to the bottom. The 2nd finger's top string 3rd fret, 1st finger is 2nd fret on the 5th string. Now, to get into our next chord, which is the C add 9 chord, it's super easy. All we're going to do is move our 1st finger down 1 fret and our 2nd finger down 1 fret. And we have C add 9. Super simple, right? These fingers do not move. Remember, they're stuck like super glue. So to go back to the G chord, we move 2nd finger up, 1st finger up. To go back to the C add 9 chord, we're going to 1st finger down, 2nd finger down, and that's your C chord. Now, to go to the E minor, it's more like an E minor 7 chord, we're going to move the 1st finger up a string, and the 2nd finger is going to come right below it, 2nd fret of the 4th string, just like you're making an E minor chord, except you have these 2 fingers stuck like glue on the bottom. So if we go from G, we have G, move 1st finger down, 2nd finger down, C, get to E minor 7, 1st finger up, 2nd finger over, there's that. And then to get to a D sus chord, move your 1st finger to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Okay, so back to E minor 7, lift up the 2nd finger, and then move the 1st finger down, 3rd string, 2nd fret. Very bright D chord. So this is your normal D chord. This is your D sus. Very, very bright sounding chord. Sounds familiar, huh? Okay, so like I said, these chords are used a lot in kind of singer-songwriter-esque songs. So let's go through that one more time. We've got a G chord, the C chord, the E minor 7, and the D sus chords. Practice that and go ahead and try and learn some songs that might have these chords. Good suggestions would be that Sugarland Stuck Like Glue, or you could do Green Day, Time of Your Life is another chord that another song that uses these chords. There's lots of songs that use these chords, and you can even switch these out for the traditional G, C, and D chords. They just sound a little bit brighter than the regular ones. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Stuck Like Glue chord lesson, and make sure to give a like and a comment and watch another video in my series.